Howdy, SNF here. Horizon has one of the most tragic backstories in Apex Legends. The scientist's assistant left her stranded in space for months, equivalent to nearly a century in her hometown of Olympus. Horizon returned to a raised planet and a son, who in all likelihood, has passed away. The assistant who betrayed Horizon looked like a new character in the Apex universe. But looks can be deceiving. A prominent theory in the Apex community is that Horizon's assistant is the human version of Ashe before she became a simulacrum, and some elements make it a compelling idea. Respawn has slowly been exporting Ashe from the Titanfall universe into Apex. The Legends assembled the simulacrum during the Season 5 quest at the behest of Hammond Robotics, and this season's lore showed that the company only had an interest in one specific part of Ashe, some codes from her memory bank. The Horizon teasers showed a clear connection between Ashe and Horizon. The simulacrum mentions that all roads lead to Branthium, an energy source that's vital to Horizon's narrative. Another one of Ashe's quotes is a word-by-word parallel of a video message from the scientist. Just a wee bit of betrayal before breakfast, eh dearie? The correlation between the two is too overt to be just a coincidence. It's plausible, at the very least, that Ashe had contact with Horizon at some point. And since the scientist has been stranded in space for 87 Olympian years, it's not entirely impossible that Ashe may have met her as a human, or at least nearly a century before the events of Apex. The theory might be backed by one of Blisk's remarks in the Season 6 comic. "I just got word an old friend of yours is back," he tells the simulacrum. It might be a reference to Horizon or to another one of Ashe's allies from Titanfall. Moving forward to the Season 6 quest, Pathfinder explains that Hammond Robotics wanted some codes from Ashe's memory bank. The company is behind the planet Harvester, a gargantuan mineral extractor that raised the landscape of World's Edge and may have left the arena on the verge of collapse. Since Branthium is confirmed to be more efficient than other commercial energy sources, Hammond could have an interest in extracting it. And if human Ashe was really Horizon's assistant, she'd know where to find it. Some fans have doubled down on the theory and went even further. The voice that asks the assistant if she has the Branthium could belong to another familiar character in Titanfall, Viper, the pesky North Star pilot in the Apex Predators.
Do you have it?
A side-by-side comparison of Viper's voice with the "do you have it" voice line points out an eerie similarity between the two. That hypothesis touches on another Titanfall theory that Viper is a simulacrum. Players never see him without his helmet, and the end credits show that the pilot has mechanical hands. Viper made his way to Apex as an Easter egg hidden in an official piece of art. An image shows Rampart temporarily in Blisk's workshop rebuilding the missile system for a North Star-class Titan. Viper's personal North Star is located in the corner, complete with the Apex Predator's symbol and classic blood-red palette. Ashe also references him in her dialogue during the Broken Ghost in the first ship. She says 5x5, one of Viper's quotes in Titanfall 2. Viper's identity helps reinforce the idea that Ashe is the assistant, but his return hinges on possible shaky ground. He'd have to be a simulacrum and still have contact with Ashe. It's not impossible, but there are a lot of conditions to that theory. The hypothesis that Ashe was Horizon's assistant in a previous lifetime could have serious implications for Apex lore. It could advance the narratives of both Horizon and Ashe, and even propel the entire Apex lore further. It would also explain the undeniable connection between Ashe and Horizon, canonically etched in the lore through quotes in two quests. Due to Horizon's 87-year shipwreck, it's unlikely that Ashe came into contact with the scientist in the near future. There are still plenty of mysteries left, deliberately unsolved, and Respawn hasn't officially confirmed the assistant's identity yet. Even if it turns out to be a misguided theory, it's quickly become one of the most prominent explanations in the Apex fan base due to how well it ties everything together. So, that's all I got for today. I'll see you guys in the next one.